Hello, I'm David Rose, and here's a look at some of the stories we're working on for Washington's Most Wanted, starting with a vicious assault on an innocent man after he was stabbed multiple times in downtown Seattle. And here is the suspect that detectives need your help to identify as he boards a Metro bus following the violent assault on October 25th. You can see he has facial hair, and he was wearing prescription glasses. He's carrying a winter fur-lined trapper's type hat, and his jeans have holes and cuts in the thighs. Well, the young man that police say he attacked tells me he had never seen this suspect before, but he's hoping somebody knows his name.
Cut 2 tendons along this side and this side.
Dax Nicholas is still months away from being able to fully use his right hand. Surveillance video shows the random attack on 4th Avenue under the Yesler Street overpass on October 25th. Nicholas was walking home from work when he was stabbed 5 times.
It bothers me that it was so senseless. It could have been absolutely anybody.
Watch as the suspect approaches Nicholas and then lunges at him.
I pull my headphones out, and he's like, "You don't want to do this? Hey, I got a knife." And then he shoves me again, so then I'm thinking he's not letting me go. Like, is he robbing me? What's going on? So I hit him in the face.
As the two fight, the suspect pulls out a knife with his left hand and stabs Nicholas through the wrist, in both shoulders, and in the face.
I ran away from then on, and I went up the road to the fire station, and I called the cops.
Detectives say this is the man they're trying to identify. You see him in the winter-style hat with ear flaps. He boarded a Metro bus after the attack, but he got off when he couldn't find his money.
He then waits for the next Metro bus, which he gets on, pays, takes a seat on the bus, and travels all the way to what we think is Bellevue, where he gets off.
During that ride home, he switched buses.
I'm ready to go home, that's it.
When he bends over to pick up a piece of paper that he dropped, you can see more of his balding head, and you can hear his voice as he talks to another rider.
Somebody knows who this guy is, and that's the information we need.
The attack on Nicholas happened just a block south of the King County Courthouse, an area plagued recently by violence.
If you see someone coming towards you and you feel uncomfortable, even if you have to cross the street or turn around and go back, do that.
Had you ever been concerned about walking through here before?
No.
Nicholas says he no longer walks this route home from work.
This dude specifically, there must be something wrong with him.
And he believes he won't be the last victim if this suspect who ambushed him isn't caught.
He deserves time for this.
Seattle police say the suspect appears to be in his 30s, 5'11" to 6'1", with a medium build and facial hair. He wore prescription glasses, and he had those jeans with holes and cuts in the thighs. He was also wearing and then carrying a winter fur-lined trapper's type hat. If you know his name, Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound will pay you a cash reward of up to $1,000. You will remain anonymous. Call 1-800-222-TIPS, or even easier, download the P3 Tips app to your cell phone for free. Submit the information, any photos you have, it goes right to detectives. And you will get a cash reward of up to $1,000 if that tip leads to his arrest. Now, Seattle police need your help to find this gardener on the run after detectives say he touched a young girl sexually while he was doing work for her mom. Prosecutors have charged 73-year-old Edward Beaulieu with communication with a minor for immoral purposes. He has a nationwide warrant for his arrest. Beaulieu was initially arrested but posted bail, and he has not shown up for court. Detectives in the Sexual Assault and Child Abuse Unit say Ed was doing yard work for a single mom when he got her 10-year-old daughter to help him patch some holes in the house used by wasps. The mother was inside the home because she's allergic to bees. That's when the victim told police he started touching her sexually and asking her if it felt good.
She becomes sullen, won't eat, she's traumatized, has a hard time sleeping. And it wasn't until she actually confided in someone that she trusted that the truth came forward. After that, a dramatic change in her attitude, her eating, and everything else. And that's pretty much the pattern of victims in these types of cases.
Seattle police say Edward Beaulieu is 6'1", 177 pounds. He does wear glasses. He's also known to wear a brace on his left leg while he's working. He was last known to live in Shoreline, but also had a place in Seattle. You can tell detectives where to find him. Crime Stoppers will pay you a cash reward of up to $1,000. Does not matter where he went, what state he went to, or if he's here, need that address or location. Submit the information through the P3 Tips app on your cell phone or call 1-800-222-TIPS. Surveillance video shows the moment an armed robber shoots a delivery man in West Seattle. Detectives have now identified this suspect as 16-year-old Cencere Saunders, and they're asking for your help to find him. King County prosecutors have charged him as an adult with first-degree attempted robbery. For barely being able to drive, this teen already has convictions for assault, theft, and resisting arrest that was reduced down from first-degree robbery. The shooting and attempted robbery that Saunders is accused of setting up happened last week at an apartment complex on 18th Avenue Southwest near the Del Ridge neighborhood. The victim was selling a MacBook Pro through the Let Go app. Detectives say when the victim refused to hand over the computer, Saunders shot him in the back. The victim survived.
You know anything about this guy, who he's running with, where he's at? That's the kind of information we need. But consider this. He is armed, he's dangerous, and he certainly doesn't have any compulsion about not using the weapon. So keep that in mind. Make sure that if you know where he's at, you don't go up and talk to him or do anything. Call 911 and use our hotline or the P3 Tip app.
Well, this is a good reminder to everyone who is buying or selling something through an app to always meet in a busy public place like a law enforcement parking lot or a grocery store parking lot. Crooks know there are cameras in those locations. If the buyer's legitimate, this won't be a problem. And if you can, bring a friend with you so you're not alone. And always trust your gut. If someone insists that you come alone or changes the meeting place suddenly, do not meet them. This is all to ensure that you buy or sell your item without getting hurt or robbed. Cencere Saunders is 6 feet tall. He weighs 156 pounds. He was last living in Renton. That 9mm handgun he's accused of shooting the victim with has not been found either. If you know where police can find him, you will remain anonymous. You never have to give your name, but submit that information right now to Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound. Call 1-800-222-TIPS or go to p3tips.com and use the P3 Tips app on your cell phone. Well, here's a convicted sex offender named Juan Green, who is a 5-time Washington's Most Wanted fugitive. He's a level 3 sex offender, the worst of the worst. He's classified as highly violent, and he's off the grid again in Pierce County. He's wanted for failing to register as a sex offender and by the Department of Corrections for escape. We first featured Mr. Green in 2010 for failing to register. He has almost 20 fake names and was convicted in 2008 of sexually assaulting a woman.
And the thing that makes him even more violent is that he told his victim when he's forcing her to do sex acts that he's held a gun to people to do this before. And when he went to prison, he didn't take part in treatment. So now he's out. We know he's a registered sex offender. He knows we're looking for him again, and we want to find out where he's at. Make sure there's no other victims.
Well, Green's massive rap sheet also includes promoting prostitution, a gun crime, theft, drugs, eluding police, hit and run, even harassing phone calls. Let's take a look at a few of those almost 20 fake names that Juan Green uses, including the nickname Teardrop. We have all of them listed on our website, catchwmw.com. Juan Green is 50 years old. He's 5'11", weighs 225 pounds. And if you know where to find him, submit that information to Crime Stoppers of Tacoma Pierce County through the app or call the hotline. They're offering a cash reward of up to $1,000. Every time he fails to register, he gets more and more time in prison. So I know, even though he's gone on the run before, this sends him away for even longer. So please, let's get Juan Green back into custody. Well, I say it this time of year, every year. 'Tis the season for thievin' when porch pirates are out trying to steal your holiday package deliveries. Just take a look at this woman that U.S. postal inspectors are trying to identify. She was caught on camera last week prowling porches in SeaTac in the middle of the night. By the time she got to this second home, you can see she's got an armload full of shipping envelopes. Tonight, postal inspectors have a warning for all package thieves like this. Beware what you steal, because they are on the prowl from Olympia to Shoreline and from SeaTac to Yakima.
This guy doesn't have a porch light, but it's right next to his stairs there.
It's after midnight, and Postal Inspector John Wiegand is patrolling the streets of SeaTac and Burien, checking on the bait packages his team put out earlier that day.
So we had another one sitting on this porch up here.
Inside are virtual reality glasses or iPads, gifts any thief would love to steal.
So we're focusing on staying out here at night so we can be on these people as fast as we can when something happens.
Night or day, if that box moves, officers move in. So when thieves spot a package on a porch just like this one that we found, postal inspectors want them to think, is this really a package, or is it one that'll send me to jail? That's exactly what happened to this guy after inspectors say he took the bait. SeaTac police arrested Derek Allen Webb within 5 minutes. He spent more than a week behind bars after prosecutors charged him with theft 3rd degree and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Our ultimate goal is to remove package thieves from the street, get those guys arrested, but also to really put an emphasis out to them that, hey, we're out here patrolling the streets, local agencies are out here patrolling the streets, and knock it off. Stop stealing people's stuff.
The crackdown continued on Tuesday when the Olympia Police Community Unit stopped this car in the downtown area. They found multiple stolen packages inside. They arrested Brittany Ann Long, and she's now charged with theft 2nd degree. Inspectors put the bait boxes at places where there have been previous thefts, like Seattle Ski and Snowboard in Shoreline. Co-owner Kyle McQueen was happy to help after their Christmas tree was stolen recently.
I think it's good for the community. It allows the cops to actually have a chance to catch people wandering the streets and stealing stuff at night where it's hard to patrol that stuff.
Within hours, Shoreline police arrested Ashley Pocock after inspectors say she stole the bait box from outside the ski shop. She was wanted in Snohomish County on a $100,000 warrant for her arrest for possession of stolen mail and identity theft. Bottom line is, porch pirates, you've been warned. Grab that gift at your own risk.
In my mind, no. Stealing somebody's Christmas present, holiday present, something like that is in no way, in my opinion, worth going to jail for, even if it's just for one night. It's not worth it.
So that's a look at some of the cases that we're working on for this weekend on Washington's Most Wanted. I hope you'll join us for the rest of them tonight, Friday night, 11 o'clock on Q13 Fox, Saturday night at 10 on Joe TV, and 10:30 on our Fox stations in Spokane, Yakima, and the Tri-Cities. Let's make sure these criminals have nowhere left to hide.